Hey guys, I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. Every week, coming into your life to do really three things: multiply your life, and multiply your money, and multiply your business. And I'm coming to you live from the new Greatness Factory. Man, it's cool, it's modern, it's upbeat, it's industrial. And we're going to bring some new shows to you this week on how we bring this to the market and how we bring Super Coach to the market every single week. I'm even going to go over to the board some this week and break some of this down, because here's what I see. After coaching thousands of people every single year, there's one place that I see all the time that is a major, major problem for people, and that is the follow-up. And we've heard the saying over and over and over again, the fortune is in what? The follow-up. But then you ask people, do you have a 7-touch follow-up system? No, I don't. Do you follow up after the sale? No, I don't. Do you follow up on opportunity? People wanted to partner with you? No, I don't. Did you follow up on opportunity raising capital? No, I don't. For some reason, guys, this is a major kryptonite for people. And until we get ready for the follow-up, until we get better at the follow-up, we are leaving not only hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on the table, but we're losing a lot of opportunity. I can't tell you in a given week how many people come up to me and say, hey, I want you to do this. Can you do this? Can you be a part of this? And quite frankly, we're writing it down as fast as we can, but we still miss opportunity. Let me give you some sales stats that you got to get in your mind, man. Every transaction you do should be worth 5.7 referrals, but 98% of people never follow up with the customer once they close a deal. Think about you buying products and services that nobody ever followed up with you about. Think about you purchasing things that nobody ever followed up with you. Think about, I think about the Denali's that we purchase and how they follow up with us. So there's all this opportunity that is being lost because of poor follow-up. Think about all the referrals that you're losing in the first 30, 60, 90 days of a relationship because you didn't follow up. You didn't get people to a much better place in the world. So for you, today we're going to really break this entire system down. And we're going to look, and I got to get this in your brain, man. This is why I wrote the book, $1 Million Follow-Up. This is why I preach $1 Million Follow-Up. This is why I push $1 Million Follow-Up, because I really believe the fortune is the follow-up. But I got to get you thinking like this. It's not just on sales opportunities. It's also on dreams. It's also on partnership. It's also on your ideas. It's also on relationship. It's also on all of these things. It's not just you're losing sales between the time a person shows interest and the time they purchase. The stats tell me 7 to 15 touches 80% of the time to convert a prospect to a client. But most people only go 2 to 4 touches, even if they go 2 to 4 touches. I've worked with real estate agents and mortgage originators that had 6,000 leads that had never been followed up. But simultaneously, they were telling me, I'd like to jump from here to there, but nobody's following up with these leads. So it may be time for you to have a call center. It may be time for you to have a team of people following up. It may be time for you to have one person that is dedicated to following up. But what we can't do is we can't continue to miss out on this opportunity. So today on Super Coach, I'm going to break it down. In just a minute, I'm going to the whiteboard like a good coach, and I'm going to show you from the time a lead comes in the door or an opportunity. I'm going to show you step by step by step where I think people are losing money, because I believe the fortune is in the follow-up. You're watching Super Coach, live from the Greatness Factory, and I'm Coach Micheal Burt.
Everybody needs a coach in life. Coaching businesses and entrepreneurs like you to spike an additional 40% to your bottom line. Micheal Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach. Now, from the Greatness Factory Studios, this is Super Coach.
Welcome back to Super Coach. Every single week, multiplying life, multiplying money, multiplying business. And I got to give a shout out to my man, sponsors of the show, Big Kahuna. Just call aloha.com. Shane Ray's one of our top monster producers. He's doing big things in the world, man. He's taking something incredibly boring and making it interesting. Just call aloha.com. That's the Big Kahuna, the kahuna of comfort. Also, I want to give a shout out to Godwin Construction. Derek Godwin, building houses, remodeling, engineering, all the things that you need. Derek Godwin's in a 25K level, and I'm going to come back and talk about Clay Whitaker, my man of Dealer Capital Services, in the next segment. Let me tell you what we're talking about here, guys. We're talking about the fortune is in the follow-up. And I look as a coach at missing structures. A missing structure is a void. A missing structure is a gap. A missing structure is a hole. If we just followed up Daniel Hodges, my 25K member, if we just find our missing structures and fill those missing structures, we create opportunity. We create opportunity. So I'm going to go to the board and I'm going to show you some missing structures, okay? We're here at the Greatness Factory, and I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about as it relates to opportunity. So this is the entire sales cycle. Now, this is very critical. This is opportunity coming in the door. That opportunity is being driven by multiple strategies. So if you're in my coaching program in Monster Producer, what I would show you is we're using strategies like the hit list, the farm club, the top 25, net promoters, showcase events. What we're doing is we're basically using multiple strategies to create opportunity, to drive opportunity in the door. Now, here's the problem. Think about how much time, energy, money, resources is being utilized just to create a lead. And that's exactly what this is. This is a lead. Now, here's what the stats show me. When a lead comes in the door, which some of you are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for, when a lead does come in the door, it is sacred. It is opportunity. Money changes hands when problems are solved. When this lead comes in the door, man, it is critical to your future. But think about how reckless people are in companies with leads. They don't track them. They don't follow up with them. They don't know who it is. They don't have a follow-up system. When a lead comes in the door, this is the first place that a lot of people are losing money. Okay, so here's a stat. 67% of people use the very first person that contacts them. So I got a need. I've got a problem. I need a solution to this problem. Here's the deal. The very first person I talk to 67% of the time is who I go with. How many times have you called a person, if the fortune is in the follow-up, how many times have you called a company and they never follow back up with you, or it took them 2 days, or 3 days, or 4 days, or 5 days? How many times have you followed up with someone only for them to drop the ball and you're saying, I want to do business with you, but it don't seem like you want to do any business with me. I'm trying to give you some money, but you won't call me back. You won't be interested. I reached out to you on Facebook. I reached out to you in a video. So 67% of people use the very first person that contacts them. Now, when this comes in the door, I want this to be speed. I want speed right here. Okay? Now, once they come in the door, there's 3 things going to happen. You're going to share your rapport. You're going to build rapport. You're going to do some discovery, which are key questions, and you're going to share your explanation of services. Now, at that moment, they're either going to be interested or they're not. If they indicate interest, and they will indicate interest with their body language. Their body is going to tell you. There's going to be a sensation you're going to have between each other. You're going to know if a person is alive, dead, interested, not interested, got a pulse, don't have a pulse. You're going to know right then. Would you rather know in 15 seconds or chase somebody for 15 months? That's what Tom Love would tell you. So you're going to share your explanation of services right here. And only one of 2 things are going to happen. They're going to be interested, right, Big Kahuna, right, Daniel Hodges, right, Tom Love. They're going to say, I'm interested, but that does not mean I'm ready to buy. I have not seen enough to take action yet, which means I need to be fed information. If the fortune is in the follow-up, here's what I'm going to tell you. The purpose of the follow-up is to feed them more information to overcome their fear and uncertainty. They're afraid. They're afraid of something. You don't know what the fear is. I'm interested, but I haven't seen enough to take action. Now, statistics tell me 7 touches right here, 80% of the time to convert a prospect to a buyer. I need you to follow up with me 7 to 15 touches, 80% of the time to convert a prospect to a buyer. You know how many times most people are going, Jack? 4 times. 4 times. T, can you shut that door over there? That feedback's coming in. So here's how many times people are going. So do you believe the fortune's in the follow-up or not? Because if the fortune's in the follow-up, would you not go more than 3 or 4 touches? Would you not go 4 touches? So I want to tell you what's happening. If you've had a revelation, if you've had a big aha moment and you've got conviction, why would you roll over after 1 or 2 times? Why wouldn't you keep going? Why wouldn't you stay in their face? Why wouldn't you keep their attention? You're day trading for their attention. That's all the follow-up is. I'm trying to keep your attention. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to keep it. So right here, it should be 7 touches. It should be 7 touches in the follow-up system. So if the fortune's in the follow-up, most people are going 4 times. They're not going 7 times. I actually think most real estate agents go 2 times. They don't even go 4. So I want to buy a house, but I don't know which house I want. I'm interested, but I'm not interested enough yet. I haven't seen enough to take action. Will you follow up? Okay, when we come back from the break, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break this down. This is all in my book, $1 Million Follow-Up. Go to CoachBurt.com, pick up a copy of $1 Million Follow-Up, get in my coaching program. I'll show you how to follow up like a professional. But you're losing money in one part of this cycle, either generating leads, speed to follow up, how you explain your services, or when they're interested, you're not going 7 touches. If the fortune is in, I believe the fortune is in the follow-up, man. I got to do a better job of following up. You got to do a better job of following up. Thank goodness you're watching Super Coach today live from the Greatness Factory. I'm Coach Micheal Burt. When we come back, we're going to go to Objection Camp, and then I'm going to show you, if you do go 7 touches with linear and nonlinear, I'm going to show you how you're losing referrals right here in that referral zone because you're not banging on your clients enough. I'm Coach Micheal Burt. Come on back, watch Super Coach.
Micheal Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach.
Hey guys, Coach Micheal Burt. One of the biggest things that I believe in is I believe in retreating to attack. It's sometimes that we have to go introspective on our lives. We need to get away. We need to take a mini retirement. We need to take a recreation. We need to rejuvenate. Because of that belief in 2018, I am doing a number of retreats or advances down in Seaside, Florida. I'm doing those called Retreat to Attack, Monster Producer Retreats, where we spend 3 or 4 days together at a beautiful house in Seaside, less than 1 minute from the ocean, 1 minute from Seaside, Florida, 9 bedrooms. Every bedroom has its own bathroom. And during the mornings, we do group coaching. During the evenings, we do scrubs of your business. At night, we have fun. We mix business and pleasure. This is such a great way for you to get coached up in a concentrated period of time. We got one coming up with me and Matt Monero, $100 million commercial fleet financing. It's called the Torch It Retreat. For all the business owners out there that know they need to look at their businesses, get rid of things. Get rid of staff. Get rid of things that you got to go, man. We got the Torch It Retreat with Matt Monero and I, March 8th through the 11th, 2018, down in Seaside, Florida. Welcome back, Super Coach, live from the Greatness Factory. Come see us, man. We're in the business of manufacturing greatness here. In the body, in the mind, in the heart, in the spirit. This is where all of our big trainings are tonight at the Greatness Factory. My wife and I, Natalie Burt, my sweetheart, we're doing Living with the Monster episode number 1, which is tonight we're breaking down how not to take it personal. We're breaking down how to live with the monster, how to have acceptance for your partner. It's all kinds of cool things that we're doing. So come to the Greatness Factory and see us. You can work from the Greatness Factory. You can hang out here. And I'm waiting on my buddy Clay Whitaker, MyDealerCapital.com, My Dealer Services, to come down and see us. Clay's a genius entrepreneur. He's doing all kinds of big things in the world. And he's got multiple companies that he's running, but he's a proud sponsor of the Super Coach Show. He and I have been good friends for a long time, and he is out there in the world doing big things. I can't wait to see him at 10X that's coming up. Now, Seaside. Clay was down in Seaside with me not long ago. I got Matt Monero coming up in Seaside March 8th through the 11th. You got to get down. The fortune's in the follow-up. I got me and Tom Love in Seaside in April 26th through the 29th. I got me and $1 Billion Man Brad Lee in May 17th through the 20th. Go to CoachBurt.com/retreats. Get on down to sabbatical, our private residence down there, and spend the weekend with us. Now, let's go back to the board. Shout out to Will Webb, Trevor Hartz, Lynette, David Ross, Cousin Charlie, Daniel Hodges, Will Fraley. I see you watching us, Will Fraley. Come on, man. We got a lot of attorneys in the program. Let's go back to the board, Jack, and let's break down some of these things, because I believe a good coach can find and fill missing structures for you. And I'm showing you basically the entire selling system. First problem is we generate leads, but we don't value those leads. We don't hold those leads sacred. We don't keep them anywhere. We don't value them. They're gold nuggets, man. Leads are money. You got to follow up with leads. You got to follow up with opportunity. And people are going to hit you in all different types of ways today. They're going to hit you on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. They're going to hit you on Instagram. You got to follow up. When people says, I'm interested, you got to follow up, okay? So leads come in the door. 67% of people use the very first person that contacts them. I didn't say they use the best one, the most experienced one. I said they use the first one. Right, Big Kahuna? They use the first one. Speed to leads. Once they come in the door, you follow up, you do some report, you do your discovery, you share your explanation of services. We teach people how to explain their services. Then they're either going to be interested or they're going to object. Now this is critical. Objection is just opposition of thought. That's all it is. Objection is part of selling. It's like, hey, I haven't seen enough to take action. I haven't seen enough to make a decision. So I've got some fear, which is an unpleasant emotion created by belief that something's going to harm me in the future. What do? Feed me more information. Feed me more information. Feed me more information. So in these touches right here, these 7 touches, you need to be going with linear touches and nonlinear. So think hook, jab, jab, hook. A nonlinear touch is where I come at you and I make you think, hey, have you looked at it this way? I'm doing this with 3 other attorneys. Will Fraley, I'm working with these 3 attorneys. I could be working with you. Would you come in and at least take a shot and look at monster producer like they're in? Okay, and become a monster attorney. So I've got a linear touch, which is coming right at you. Hey, have you seen enough to take action? Are you ready to make a buying decision? That's a linear touch. A nonlinear touch is where you come at me in a soft way. Hey, I'm doing it with these 3 people. Download this podcast. Read this white paper that I wrote. That's a nonlinear touch. You need a combination right here of linear and nonlinear touches. Now, when they object, objection is opposition of thought. We teach a formula for overcoming objection. And that formula is, my buddy Grant Cardone created a lot of this, and then I added a few things to it. It is listen and acknowledge. Hey, I understand. Then it's isolate. Is there any other reason outside of this one reason that's keeping you from moving forward? Then I validate. If I could show you a way to do this, would you be interested? Would you take action? And then I challenge the prospect. Hey, we could have this talk today or we can have it 6 months from now. But you and I both know nothing's going to change until we dig in with each other, right? So we're teaching people in our program how to overcome objection. We're losing a lot of money right here, guys. There is a ton of money being lost right here because you cannot overcome objection. There's a ton of money being lost. The fortune's in the follow-up with 7 touches. But we're not finished. We're not finished with where we're losing money. We're losing money right here. So then they say, yes, this is the highest point of energy that you most likely will ever have in the relationship. There is 2 very high points of energy. One is when they commit. This is why in the first 30, 60, 90 days of a relationship, this is a referral zone. This is a referral zone. And so they're hot, they're interested. Listen, sometimes I've had people sign up for the programs and us pick up 6 or 7 referrals out of those people. Out of people that just got in the program. They haven't even seen results yet, but they've seen a change in their state. They've seen a change in their energy. They've seen a change in their attitude. They've seen a change in their emotional states. You know what they're doing? They're telling other people. It's like going to a new restaurant. You got to check this out, man. You got to check this out. So this is a referral zone, but I've done real estate transactions with people. I've done mortgage transactions with people. I've done all kinds of transactions with people. And they've never asked me for a referral. This is the highest point of energy. Fortune in the follow-up. So I'm telling my team, look, first 30, 60, 90 days, man, that should be your hit list. You should be going right back to the people you just sold and saying, do you know anybody else that I can help? Do you know anybody else I can help with our services? This has been great for you. It can be great for me. Now, you get over here, okay, and you fight through the relationship. There's going to be some cotton candy people here that'll never fight through the short part, and they're never going to send you referrals because they won't dig in. But then there's going to be another group of people that said yes, fight through it. You get them results over here. My goal is to get you a 43% increase. I get you the 43%, you and I, because we're vested partners. You've transformed your life and business, and guess what happens? You are now going out into the marketplace, and you are fighting for me in the market, and that's called an advocate. So what do you have to do with your advocates? Fight. Fight with them. Fight for them. Get in the boat. Follow up. Fortune is in the follow-up. Fortune is in the follow-up. Fortune is in the follow-up. So this is where your top 25 comes from, which are 25 relationships that you need to stay in front of, stay at the top of their mind, stay focused. And what I need you doing right here on this top 25 is I really, really need you to dig in deep. Dig in deep. And if you'll get them to a better state, then what they're going to do is they're going to send you more leads. Now, let's bring it back over here, Jack, and let me finish this puppy up. And I'm watching everybody who's on the show here. Thank you for watching the show today, guys. Thank you for watching the show. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. Let me finish the show up with this. I can't tell you how much money is being lost every week due to lack of follow-up. On my part, on your part, on all of our parts, guys, this is a major kryptonite. If a person has indicated interest in your services, if a person has ever said, I'm interested, if a person has said, I want a partner, if a person has said, I'd like to upgrade, if a person has said, hey, just show me more, the problem right now, guys, is we just are not getting back to those people fast enough. Sometimes it's because so many leads are coming in, you can't get to all the opportunity. You know, I spoke in Dallas, Texas a few weeks ago. 200 people raised their hand and said, Coach, I would like to have some kind of partnership with you. I want to be in a coaching program. I want to be in Monster Broker. I want to be a Monster Producer. Just getting back to all of those people could take weeks without a team of people. So we're looking at call centers. We're looking at people to come in and make those phone calls. We're looking at ways to automate that. But at the end of the day, many times you got to get on the phone and explain your services. So what do we believe? We believe the fortune is in the follow-up. We believe that we're losing lots of money. We believe that we all need to dig in and do a much better job. Guys, I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. I believe a good coach can change your life every week. I come here. This is also on Stitcher Radio, right, Jack? Podcast Republic, iTunes. Download. We had 160,000 downloads on our podcast. Download this every single week. My YouTube channel, over 1,000 videos, over 200,000 views on YouTube every single week. And listen, 10X, less than 3 weeks away, guys. 10X, Las Vegas. I'm going to be covering inside the mind of a monster, of a 10X monster. How do they think? How do they act? How do they respond? And I guarantee you, if they let me talk about this, I'd go crazy on follow-up because I believe the fortune is in the follow-up. Go to CoachBurt.com. Go to MonsterProducer.com. I want to see you in one of our coaching programs, guys. Have a great day. Hey guys, Coach Burt. I'm about 264 miles outside of Orlando right now, and it looks like we're doing about, 500, I think it said 506 miles an hour. We're flying on a Beechcraft. Today we spoke in Knoxville, spoke in Orlando tonight. Tomorrow we're speaking in North Carolina. But what I want to talk to you about is this 10X GrowthCon. I got 5 tickets left, okay? 5 tickets is all I have left to go. And what's the value of you being around 10,000 like-minded, aggressive, obsessed people? We're taking 50 monster producers just from our Monster Producer Coaching Program. So the ticket that we've been offering, man, it includes a year of Monster Producer, which is typically right at about $5,000 to $6,000. It includes a private event in Las Vegas with us. It includes a VIP ticket to 10X GrowthCon. It includes a full day of person of interest. Man, this is an unbelievable offer. What you got to do, what I love about flying private is we're getting altitude, we're getting elevation, we're getting up and we're looking back down, and we're thinking at a much higher frequency. We're talking business, we're talking investment. We're talking how to play at a much higher level. That's exactly what we're going to be doing at 10X. What you need to do is you need to take action. There's a power in taking action, guys. Especially if you're thinking about Monster Producer, you need to go ahead and get in. We're going to raise the pricing on Monster Producer to $6,000 next year. This is a chance for you to get in at $399 a month plus the 10X GrowthCon ticket. And more than anything, this could be a complete game changer for you. Your life, your business, your altitude. You got to get up. You got to get around people playing at a higher frequency. I remember when I first started speaking for free, I bet I spoke 250 times for free for some bad chicken. At bad chicken dinners, at Rotary meetings and exchange clubs and wherever they would have me. And today we're flying on a private jet from location to location. We're helping hopefully up to 1,000 people. And that's what you got to do. It's because you got to get around altitude. You got to get your elevation up. You got to get around other people. And I don't know where you are in your life, but I can tell you this. You will get every bit of your money's worth in Vegas at 10X. Just the proximity to that many people. The first day is all $1 billion people, by the way. People that are running $1 billion businesses. They've created $1 billion of value. Day 2 is all sales and marketing from the best marketing people in the world. Day 3, ideal business, ideal life. That's the day I'm going to be speaking. Day 4 with Cardone, who's built a $150 million empire. He's going to own $1 billion of real estate pretty soon. These are the kinds of people you need to be getting around, man. I wish you were sitting on this plane with me. I wish you were coming to Orlando with me. I wish you were engaged and involved in Monster Producer, because listen, it's time. If not you, then who? If not now, then when, baby? I only got 5 tickets left. Those things are going up. You're going to have to end up buying them from Grant Cardone. You're not going to be able to buy them from me, which means we can't include Monster Producer. So email me at info@coachburt.com and say, I want one of those VIP seats, Coach. I want to be right there beside you because I want the altitude and I want to be on an airplane with you.